What's up, YouTube? I just wanted to do another quick video. I'm turning down the TV here and watching war movies. I want to do a quick video. I'm working on my bug out bags a little bit today. The weather's starting to get a little bit warmer, so you got to think, I don't need that, giant winter parka in my bug out bag taking up all that room if I'm not going to be needing it. So, with the weather changing, I'm pulling some things out of my bug out bag, mine and my wife's bug out bag. And it made me think, that maybe there's a couple things that I could, a couple tips I could give you guys. A couple things that I do. Again, I'm never gonna tell you this is what you should do, because I believe that a lot of it is, your own mindset, your own skill set, your imagination. You're only limited to your imagination as far as, what you're going to use in a survival situation, how you're going to use it in a survival situation, and so on and so forth. So, touching on that real quick, if you're somebody who is mechanically inclined and stuff, why would you not throw, a small toolkit in your bug out bag? Why would you not throw a small toolkit with, some nuts and bolts and stuff like that? So, go off of your skill set, go off of your mindset, go off of your imagination as far as what you're going to put in your bug out bag. But a couple talking points is I figured I'd show you guys a couple little tips for fire starting and stuff like that, and then redundancies. The old saying, 2 is 1, 1 is none. Well, I'm real big on that. If I'm carrying a fire starter, chances are I'm carrying 2 fire starters. One in, I'll get to that later, I guess. Same thing with, anything really. If you can't have multiple uses for it, in my opinion, there's no point in carrying it. And why not carry 2? I like to carry two fire starters for in case, maybe I lose one. It's always good to have a backup, One of the things that I do is I have just one of these Molly general purpose pouches. That what I'll do is I'll fill this, with like a very mini survival pack. Actually, this is, with what I could put in here, I could live very easily off of, okay? As long as you use your head. But what I'll do is I'll fill this up with, survival kit, and I'll molly this to my pack. That way, in case I've, say I need to drop my pack, I don't need to carry it, and, I need to climb this ridge or whatever to kind of get an advantage point. Well, I don't want to carry my entire pack all the way up the ridge, so I'll just pop this off and carry this with me, okay? So this will have a fire starter in it, whereas my pack has a fire starter in it. This might have some first aid, whereas my pack also has some first aid. So that's what I mean by 2 is 1, 1 is none. Okay, and then redundancies. I believe Dave Canterbury states that if he can't come up with at least 3 uses for an item, he won't carry it. And I'm pretty big on that. I would totally agree with that. That all goes back to your imagination and what you can use things for. In a survival situation, you're going to start looking at things totally different. This pin is no longer a pin, okay? This is a survival tool. Everything you have needs to have at least 3 uses, okay? So that's redundancies, and then we'll talk about a few tips, okay? First off, we'll talk about fire starting. One of the things that I do, and this is a tip that I learned from my dad, is those of us that know what a film canister is, that are old enough to know what a film canister is, you may have some, you may not. I use a film canister just because I have a bunch of them. Any canister really will work, but what I do is I take cotton balls, and you can rub petroleum jelly in them, Vaseline, and then they'll take a spark really easily, and they'll keep burning. One thing my dad always did was he would pack them full of cotton, and then take lighter fluid, Zippo lighter fluid, and then it takes a spark easier than anything else. That's really all it takes is one little spark, and it'll light. I just about guarantee you. Then I take and I wrap it with some electrical tape, kind of keeps it watertight and whatnot. and then you got all that extra electrical tape. I do that with a lot of things. Anything I can put tape around, I will do that. I have a pencil here. I put duct tape on it. These have electrical tape. I've got a roll of dimes, silver dimes, that I put duct tape on. Duct tape is awesome. What can't you do with duct tape and zip ties and rubber bands? Okay, moving on. I always have a lighter in my fire kits. And here's a little tip for your lighters. Again, wrapped in electrical tape. I always take the safety off just because they're a pain in the butt to deal with when you have cold hands. It is near impossible to light a lighter with that safety on there. I guarantee you. You will struggle and struggle, and it hurts and it sucks really bad when all you want to do is get a fire going. What I do is I take these sandwich bags and I try to center the lighter in there as best as possible, and then you're just simply going to roll it up. Okay, just like that. Fold this edge over, and then I get these little rubber bands from Walmart for the loop bracelets or whatever they're called. You can get a ton of them and they're really cheap. I also use them for my tattoo machines. But wrap the edge, wrap one end. Same thing, fold it over. Rubber band. Take another lighter and then just very lightly melt the excess, and it seals it down, okay? That's not going anywhere. Melt it, press it down. Melt it, press it down. Don't get too carried away because then you'll melt holes in the bag. But boom, there you go. Waterproof lighter. Works every time. Another thing is I'll take a Bic pen and I'll bust it in half or so, and then I wrap it with fishing line. Okay, that's good for a number of things. You can use that for fishing, obviously. You can also use it for snares. I can use this now to drink out of. I have a straw if I need to. So there's two uses. I can stake this in the ground, and then let my line run out. So fishing line, snares, a drinking straw. I'm sure you can come up with a whole bunch more. Okay, here's another little tip. Guitar strings. Guitar strings are freaking amazing for snare wires. I'm not in, I don't play guitar, so the smaller strings are, they don't really have this. The bigger ones have an extra layer of wire that wraps around them, okay? Those are really nice for snares because what happens is you see, it comes with these little hooks, right, already. So you just run one in through it. Well, what happens is, since it's got that extra wire, is it ends up locking on itself. An animal will get his foot stuck in there, his neck stuck in there, his body, whatever, and the more he struggles, the tighter it's going to get. So you don't have to worry about them getting off. You don't have to worry about doing some fancy slip knot or anything like that. You have it ready-made, and then the rest is wire, so wrapped around itself and it's not coming off of there. The smaller ones are good for like leaders and stuff like that if you think that you're going to be catching any sort of bigger fish. They will also work for snares. I think that's just about it. Like I said, remember the importance of redundancies and multiple uses for items, and you're only limited by your imagination. So I hope that has been somewhat informative for today. Yeah, I guess that's it. So like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions or anything, or any suggestions for further videos, let me know. I'll probably go more into depth on what I put in my bug out bag and why, and what you may or may not want to put in yours. Alright, so have a great day, YouTube. And again, like, comment, and subscribe.